Hello, hello, my favorite German lover. I'm very happy to see you here. It's definitely have been a while since I posted my last video. Don't you worry, I'm alive and I even decided to move to Germany. So congratulations to me. I had a little bit difficult bureaucracy process and integration process, but it seems to me I'm already ready to continue my work with you together. And of course, after some thoughts, what I can do for you, I decided to ask the Goethe-Institut, hey, what's new? And of course, you know that since January 2024, there have been some changes to the type of Goethe exam. And that's exactly what I want to talk with you about today. So let's start. Okay, so I'm gonna show you two different model tests. Both of them are official, both of them were presented by Goethe-Institut officially. You're able to get them for free, like without any kind of problems on the Goethe-Institut website. One of them is valid till December 2023 and another one is valid from January 2024. And according to those two model tests, we will check what's actually we have new. First of all, I'm not gonna leave some important piece of information for later. The main difference you have in your exams that the tasks have become modular. That means that each of the tasks which you are getting has 100 points to get. So each task has 100 points. Schreiben 100 points, sprechen 100 points, lesen 100 points, and hören 100 points. And if you fail in each kind of those exams, so you're failing if you're getting less than 60% of the right answers or less than 60 points, you need to retake only one module, only one part. If you failed in speaking, you will be retaking only speaking. Till January 2024, we had the complete exam. So we had a schriftliche und mündliche Teil. Schriftliche Teil or writing part, it was basically everything except of speaking. Everything where you need to do with a pen in your hands. And the amount you were able to get for each of the part is 25 points. And it doesn't matter how much did you get in each of them independently. The main point is that you are getting more than 60% of the right answers in 3 of them in total. In Lesen, Hören und Schreiben. So basically, if you failed Lesen, but you did Schreiben very, very good, and those points are able to somehow made the number of your points equal, and you are able to get those 45 points, you passed. Congratulations. So basically, in the writing part, you were obligated to get at least 45 points, and in speaking, you were obligated to get at least 15 points. So 60 points in total, and if you failed, you failed the whole exam, and you need to retake the whole exam. So starting from January 2024, you don't have to do all of this torturing process, and if you failed only speaking, you need to retake only speaking. I guess that's the biggest change and the most important what you have to know when you're gonna take this exam. There are also some changes in the type of the tasks, and that's what exactly I want to talk to you right now about. And here you are able to see two different Modellsatz. Again, all of them are in free access in the internet. Those are official Modellsatz from Goethe-Institut. And the first what we are able to see here is that when we are going to start with reading, we see that till January 2024 we had in the part reading only 3 tasks, and the time we had for that, the time limit we had was 70 minutes. And let's take a look on these tasks. The first task in Lesen, we have a text. We are reading this text, and then we have another text where we have some empty gaps, and we are supposed to find the right word and fill in this word without having any kind of choice. So that should be basically the word you choose all by yourself according to the text you read. The second task is very interesting. You're having 4 texts with a different opinion on one kind of situation, and there is also 5 topics which are suggested for you, and you should find out in which text there is a match to the topic which was suggested to you, and also write down the phrase which exactly you think belongs to this part or to this task. It doesn't matter how many phrases you will write down, because only the first 10 will be counted. So that's why you should be careful about that. But it doesn't matter anymore, because that's definitely not the task which they kept for the next years. And when we are looking at the next part, and that's the third part, we are having a text which also has a gap, and we are having a multiple choice task here. So basically we have A, B, C, D choice option, which we should choose. Which one belongs to the gap accordingly. If we're going to take a look at exactly the same task with in a new model test, starting from January 2024, we are seeing that this time we are having 4 tasks in reading. So that means 1 task more. But we also have some changes in time. If it was 70 minutes, right now it's 65 minutes, so 5 minutes less. And what is the most important thing also, guys, don't forget that you don't have any additional time to rewriting your answers in the Antwortbogen. The most important that when those 65 minutes are up, you should be completely done. You won't have any extra time for correcting your answers or rewriting them. You should have already done that before these 65 minutes are up. So be careful, time is really sensitive. And right now we're gonna look at the task. We have the first task, we have a text, and the text has gaps, and we are having multiple choice, A, B, C, and D options, and you're choosing what is the most suitable answer. The next task, so I guess it's pretty easy. That's exactly the same type we have earlier, but that was the time number 3. This time it's the type number 1. The second task, we also have a text. After this text, we have questions with multiple choice. So basically, you should find out which piece of information is right and also make your choice. The next task, the third one, is also one of my favorite. It's also the text, which has gaps, but instead of putting in just one word, you should put the whole sentence. So it's gonna be really interesting. You should really work with the logic here. And the fourth task is really interesting because somehow it reminds me of the second task which we had before 2024. And exactly we have three texts here, and we can call them Aussagen. So that's different opinions of different people, some kind of scientists who are expressing their opinion about something. And you also have few topics, some kind of opinions, and your task is to choose who said what. Basically, if you are having an idea of the expression, you should write down who exactly was saying something like this. Yeah, according A, B, or C, because each text is marked. And what is the most important, there is a little hint. Don't forget that here might be also some topics which don't belong to any of the text, any of the opinion. And in that case, you should also write 0, because it's something that wasn't said. So that's what's it about reading, and we are going together to the next part, and the next part is the listening. When we are going to talk about listening, before 2024 we had listening which consisted of only 2 tasks, and we had only 40 minutes for the task. And the first one was very difficult for me personally, because that's exactly the type of the tasks in C1 which I was doing. And if you are looking at this task, you are able to see that we should to fill in here some kind of information which we are listening. And the problem is that we were listening to those texts only once. And if I wasn't able to get the information from the first time, that means that I lost my chance. And the problem is also, if you write down the correct word, but with some kind of mistake, it also won't be counted. And I think it's pretty mean, but who am I to judge? And the next task which you have, it's also the dialogue, but here you're able to listen to this audio 2 times, and you also have the multitasking, multi-choice options, so A, B, or C to answer. And right now we are taking a look on the new kind of the text, and we are able to see that at this part we have already 4 tasks. So it was 2, and right now there is 4 tasks, and you have also 40 minutes to complete this task. Now let's look at them more precisely. The first task we have in the listening part is the text, some kind of podcast which we are able to listen to only once, and you should choose here to which part, which book, which person, which opinion, depends on the context, something belongs. For example, in this part, in this task, personally, we are having different books, book 1, book 2, and book 3, and we should also choose in which book was that or this information given. The second task is also some kind of interview or a dialogue between a scientist or some kind of pop stars or famous people, or not only. And your task is also to answer if the statement is correct, it's not correct, or they haven't spoken about that statement. The third task, it's a multi-choice again, and that's task which you will be able to listen to only once. And you're having a questions, or you should to choose the right end for the task, or you need to choose the right end or the right second part to the sentence according to the information you heard. Again, you have 3 options, A, B, and C. And the next and the last part, it's also the presentation, or it's some kind of speech about social or political or ecological topic with a lot of different complicated words and scientific vocabulary. You're also having here multi-choice, so A, B, or C, and you listen to this podcast, if I'm able to call it like that, 2 times, and then you are free to choose the right answer. Okay, now we are moving to the next and one of my favorite part, it's writing. And I must say I am pretty disappointed because according to the Goethe-Institut till 2024, the first task which you were supposed to do in writing part is to write an essay with the Grafikbeschreibung. So basically you should to describe a graphic and you don't have to do it anymore. I guess it's also very important thing that you don't have to do it anymore. And that's really sad because I have such a nice video about different ways to write this topic with examples, and I really feel that I wasted my time. But actually maybe it's good because the task was really complicated. And the second task is also the email, and it reminds me a little bit of the reading part where you had a text and you should rewrite it in different words and use different words. So basically it's the same task we had in reading, but we are having it in writing right now. We have an email, it's pretty short email, I would say, and we have the another version of this email with some gaps, and we should to fill in those gaps according to the information we got from the first email. And for those tasks we are having 80 minutes. And now we are looking for the new type of the task in writing, which we are getting from 2024. For this task we have 75 minutes left, and as I said, there is no graphic description. So basically maybe it's also good for you. What you need to do, you need to write an essay in the task number 1. At this task, you are having a topic, so some kind of the topic is given to you. You have 4 parts, have 4 mini topics which you should include in your essay. And don't forget to write at least 230 words. Don't forget that I am also giving nice tips how to successfully pass Schreiben und Sprechen parts of your Goethe exam. So check some other videos of mine and find out how easy it could be. The next part is also an email which you should write all by yourself. And that is an email where there is a situation and you are not really satisfied with the situation. So basically you should write that I'm sorry, but that's not really what I'm looking for, or the situation it is right now, or how it was changed is not really working. Could we please find some alternatives? And basically you are asking for reviewing the new situation or to find a new alternative. For example, the company decided to move, or they decided to change to the open space offices and you're not okay with that. Or there must be some changes at the parking place and stuff. And that's basically your task. You should write down that you're not okay with that, but do it correctly and politely. And of course, give some alternatives or your ideas how the situation could be solved. I really love this part, and I already prepared a lot of nice videos with really cool information how to comprehend this task. So please follow for more, and I hope it will be interesting for you. And right now we are going for the next task and the last but not least, it's speaking. Basically, I am sure really not that much could have changed. You had only 15 minutes before 2024 and you are having 15 minutes after in 2024. 2 topics have been given to you and you were free to choose. So basically you have a topic and you have few mini So you have a topic and you have 4 mini topics which you should definitely include in your presentation. And you should talk not more than 5 minutes. So Goethe says till 4. Yeah, 3-4 minutes, but I guess people there are really loyal and understanding, so I believe they will give you this 1 extra minute. And the second part, it's a discussion. That's the part which you are doing with your partner who you are together with, doing your speaking part, and that basically was a task where you have been given different options. You should describe them, verschiedene Vor- und Nachteile nennen und die auch vergleichen. And what actually changed? When we are looking at the new task, we see that 2 topics for us is given. So basically you are able to choose from Thema 1 and Thema 2 what you want to talk about. But you also have 4 mini topics included, which you also should have in your presentation. And please don't talk more than 5 minutes. Okay, it's really important because they can just stop you and say, we are sorry, the time is up. You were not able to comprehend it in the time which was given to you, and that's not our problem. So be careful. We have 5 minutes and please don't use more. But what is actually different from the first part? As I said before, you have 5 minutes. You have 4 mini topics which you should include in your presentation. But what is different? Different is that, first of all, you are having topic to choose. That should be a little bit easier for you because there might exist some topics where you are able to talk a lot about because it's important for you, it's something what you are personally interested in, and some topics where you really don't have something to say, anything to say, and it's okay because nobody can know everything. So you are able to choose. And the second part, you have to ask a question. That's the most important. After your partner is done with his presentation, you should listen to him and ask him a question, or her. And what's more important, your question will be also evaluated and you will also be able to earn some points to your speaking part if you will ask nice, interesting, polite and correct question. Okay, and the next one, the last but not least, is also the discussion. You also have a partner. He or she might have a different opinion on some kind of given topic. And basically, you are having a legend, a situation that there is the third friend who have been reading something or who did some kind of choice about something, and you are talking right now about this topic, and you should to agree somehow for the next talking, for the next conversation with your friend. So this is not just discussion where everybody can still stay to his mind or to his opinion. This time it's important that you really find a solution, you find a compromise. What is more important, you have, I guess, up to 7 minutes for this part. So sometimes it's really important to be able to defend your opinion, but time is sensitive. You have only 7 minutes, up to 7 minutes, I would say. Right now, it's not about your opinion and defending it. I'm sorry, I sound really cruel, but it's about passing the exam and passing this part. So I wish you good luck with that, and we should know our priorities. I'm finished with describing the new type of Goethe exam and all of the tasks. The most important is you don't have to write any graphics anymore. You should not forget to ask a question in your speaking part. That's really some new part. I do really believe that reading and listening became easier because this time we really have a choice For me personally, it was really hard to find the word which could pass without having a bunch of options where I could choose this word. And this time I believe it's really gonna be easier. Complicated, not also difficult enough, but those people who are having a really wide vocabulary won't be struggling with finding the right word for answering. And that's actually pretty nice, because C1 is already very nice advanced level, and we are able to express something with different words, different phrases, different forms. And sometimes it might be hard when they ask us for one word, but we know 10 others and we don't know which one is actually passing here the good. So I believe we will be able to pass this one. And I really wish you good luck with that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, visit my Instagram page. You're also free and welcome to support me on my Patreon. That's actually the new stuff about me. I just created it recently, and I do really hope that my work could find some appreciation. And I would be really grateful and happy to see that my work is appreciated. It's completely free and voluntary. You're not obligated to do something like that. I'm just grateful that you have been watching this video till the very end. I wish you to have a nice day. I wish you good luck with your preparing to your Goethe exam, and I'm more than sure that you will pass it.